Hi, this is Dean Graziosi. Welcome back to the weekly blog. If it's your first time joining us, congratulations. You're going to love this site. Hey, what I want to talk about today, if you know me or you read my books, you know I don't read a lot of books. I write some great books. I do everything I can to give you the greatest books in the world, but I don't read a lot. But I read a book recently about the study or the theory of Kaizen. I'm not sure how to say it, but what it basically means is, and it's really important that you listen to this, probably one of the most important blogs I've ever done, is that success is long-lasting by little steps. Even a 1,000-mile run starts with one step at a time. And this is where we lose track. Now, I'm going to combine this book I read with talking about small little steps. I mean the tiniest steps possible show that's how you have long-term change in your life, is by tiny little steps in the right direction. What we all do is, so many people buy my book off TV and get excited, get it home and read 3 pages. And if they call one realtor or they don't make $20,000 in their first month, then the book is garbage. They didn't read the whole thing. They didn't make more than a couple calls, but it's garbage, just doesn't work. And they go back to the life that they're not happy with. I don't want that to happen to you. What I want you to realize is I'm going to take some of the theories that I learned, that I read this entire book on small steps, and I want to combine it with some things that I think are really important. So small steps need to be combined with plateaus of success that you give yourself recognition for. Little blue ribbons for yourself. You see, what happens so many times is that you guys will get a book or you'll get something in your life and you'll start it. And if you don't see instant gratification, then it doesn't work. You move on. And you're throwing the baby out with the bathwater. You're throwing out your new life. Listen, you guys, if you're on this site, you see how many successful people there are. Some people hit it out of the park on their first deal and put $5, $10, $20, $100,000 in their pocket, where other people are diligent. Don't you love the people on the site that week after week you're seeing them post positive stuff and you think to yourself, they're probably never going to make money. They're just really positive. And then bam, you see a post from them and all of a sudden they got their first deal. It's because they stayed in the game. You have to give yourself plateaus of success. You have to realize that you picking up the phone and calling to order my book was a plateau of success. You got over your fear. You got over your being scared. You got over the naysayers around you told you it couldn't happen or you shouldn't buy that book. You did it. Bing, you should have a little blue ribbon for that. You watching this video, you opening my emails, you starting to look at real estate now that you're driving down the road and go, I wonder about that house. That's all plateaus of success on your way to your first deal or your first profit. Listen, you know, I was interviewing somebody yesterday and they were talking about the Wright brothers. They invented the plane that was the first plane ever to fly. It's why we can fly all over the country now, because of the Wright brothers, right? But do you know the Wright brothers tried hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of times and failed? And do you know that when they were out in the dunes down there in North Carolina, I think it was, did you know that there was people heckling them as they'd walk by with their planes and all the pieces, telling them, they're loser, you'll never fly? What if they tried 3 times and they said, it's impossible, humans just can't fly? It might have taken another 50 or 100 years before we flew. It's not, real estate, there is money to be made in real estate. There is money to be made using my exact strategies. Don't you dare throw the baby out with the bathwater and say, real estate just doesn't work. That's a bunch of bull. You see that on this site. There's so many people making money. There's people making money all over the country that never even read my book. I've made money from real estate, and so can you. But you can't give up after one try to fly and go, oh, I talked to that realtor, they were rude. Or I read a couple of pages, or a friend said that, you know, buying anything off of TV is a scam. Forget it. No, that's not reality. Reality is that you got to dig in. Is making money with real estate super easy? It is sometimes, but most of the time, no. But is it easier than you think when you're in the game trying? Absolutely, positively, but you gotta go for it. You can't be afraid to fail. You can't be afraid to make mistakes. You can't be afraid of the crowd heckling you. You have to ignore the crowd. You gotta put up a glass wall, and you just gotta get that plane to fly. In our case, it's getting that first real estate deal, but please know, it's a journey. And every time you climb a new plateau, you need to give yourself a pat on the back or give yourself a virtual blue ribbon because you're moving in the right direction. Okay, I'll tell you what prompted this. I got a call from one of my long-term students, and this is going to be the longest blog I've ever done, so I'm going to share this. She gave me a call, and she said she talked to a couple students for the first time ever in the 2 or 3 years she's been using our program. She's making great money. She said she heard some negative stuff, that maybe Dean is charging too much for things or charging for certain things. And I want to tell you, I don't want anyone to use that as a cop-out. Now listen, we have the most successful students on the planet, more than anybody else. But I want to give you a little look behind my curtain. I want to give you a transparent look at what I do, because I don't want anybody ever thinking that I'm in this just to gouge people. I think you know that's why you're watching this video. But I'm not even in the same world as my competition. But this is a business that I have to run. But I want to give you a couple of things before I go today. First of all, I sell my book for $19.95. Did you know that I lose money on every single book I sell on TV? My staff, my team wanted me to sell it for $29, and I said, you know what? More people can get engaged. We can have more results for people, more people in our program. Let's just reduce the price. I lose money on every single book I sell. If I increase the price, maybe I wouldn't. What I count on is that I do such a good job to get you the results that you desire, that the people that really want to go for it get involved in our Success Academy. They get involved in other programs that I offer. Basically, I sell you such a good car and you love it, and I build such a relationship with you that you come back when you want wheels, tires, hubcaps, or whatever you want, a stereo, and we count on doing so well with our students that they'll come back and buy more. And that's the only way we end up making money. That's being transparent. I want to let you know about Graziosi.com. I give away more wisdom, capability, confidence, and direction on how to make money with real estate on this site than anybody in the planet, nobody even close. Let me tell you, 6 months ago, I got a call from my biggest competition, and they asked me if I'd please start charging for this site. I want to tell you something. We have almost 100,000 visitors a month come to this site. We have thousands, tens of thousands of loyal followers. If I charge $19.95 a month for this site you're on right now, it would be a bargain. It would still be the best bargain on the internet. And I want to ask you something. With over 100,000 people coming to this site, I bet at least 50% would pay. You'd pay. I know you would for this. But I'm not charging for this site. Think of the money that is. Do the math on how much money I could be putting in my pocket if I charge for this site. I will never, ever, mark my word, charge for this site. This is what I do to get you the results that you desire. I give away and create more programs that you get through email every single month. Now, I'm not defending myself. What I'm doing is sharing that, listen, this is a business. I want it to be profitable. I can't lose money every week, or else I couldn't be on TV. I couldn't be sharing with you. I couldn't keep doing real estate deals. Of course I want a profitable company. But am I as profitable as I could be if I was like my competition? Absolutely, positively not. I do everything I can to get you the results you desire. Listen, again, I want to make money in this company. I want to make money in real estate. But my number one focus, and the people who know me know this to be true, is to get you the results you desire. So when I started off talking about doing the tiny steps and plateaus of success, you need to do that. You can't read 5 pages, call one real estate agent, and say that it's my fault. Listen, if you read my books, you go through my Success Academy, and you get out there and do it, and you try everything I say, and it fails one after another, and a year later none of it worked, it's my fault, folks. But if you're just dabbling, if you're just hoping that God is going to hand you the greatest deal in the world, or the first person you call is going to kick out a $100,000 profit, then it's not my fault. You need to dig in and realize with the right capabilities and your action, anything is possible. There's so much proof on this site. I love being the guy that can bring you wisdom, direction, confidence, and capabilities to make money in this market. And let me tell you, that quick little phone call I got the other day, all it did was prompt me to take it to the next level. I will never stop doing all I can to get you engaged. And in fact, what we decided to do, you better not miss these blogs ever, is I'm going to give away something every single week on this blog, something that inspires somebody to take them to the next level, share the wisdom and everything I can do to get you engaged. Thanks for listening. I know I rambled a little bit. It's the longest blog I ever did. I just felt it was really important. Hey, here's what I'd love for you to do. How about this? You watch this blog. It's probably 5 minutes long. Why not leave a post of your first or second or third plateau of success? I'm not talking about the $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 profit. I'm talking about, did you step out of your comfort zone and call a realtor? Did you ask a family or friend, family member, if they'd like to invest with you? Did you stop and look at a house that you wouldn't have before? Did you call our Success Academy and talk to somebody about getting involved in that? Whatever it is, why don't you leave a post below about your first plateau of success? Because I'd love to give you a virtual blue ribbon, because you deserve it. Keep the faith, keep focused, don't let anybody take you off track, and together let's make some money. Take care.